Most people use AI every single day, yet very few are actually getting ahead thanks to it. You might be using it to write emails, summarize meetings, or debug code. But here is the uncomfortable reality. If you are using AI to get answers, you are merely running in place while the ground shifts beneath you. The people who are truly pulling ahead aren't using AI to do their work for them. They are doing something completely different, something counterintuitive. They are using AI to upgrade their own minds. When AI tools first exploded onto the scene, I used them exactly like everyone else. I treated them like a magic vending machine. I would input a request like, write a marketing email or fix this spreadsheet, and the machine would spit out a result. It felt like a superpower at first. I was checking tasks off my to-do list faster than ever before. But after a few months, I noticed a strange feeling. I wasn't getting smarter, I was actually becoming dependent. I was outsourcing my thinking, not improving it. And I realized that if everyone else has access to the same vending machine, my output wasn't special anymore. It was just a commodity. Then I looked at the data, and it confirmed my fears. Recent studies on enterprise AI adoption reveal a fascinating divide. While 78% of workers use AI regularly, only about 15% use it in ways that compound their skills. The vast majority are stuck in what researchers call the one-shot trap. They ask a question, they get an answer, and they move on. But that top 15%, they are seeing productivity gains of 200 to 300% compared to the average user. They aren't just faster, they are operating at a higher level of cognitive complexity. They have unlocked what I call the thinking partner habit. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to join them. Chapter 1. The Search Engine Trap. To understand why most people fail to get ahead with AI, we have to look at our habits. For the last 20 years, we have been trained to use computers in a very specific way. We treat them as retrieval systems. You have a question, you type it into Google, and you get a fact. The interaction is transactional. Query in, data out. It is tempting to treat AI the exact same way. It feels efficient to just say, give me 5 ideas for a blog post, and copy-paste the result. But this approach ignores the fundamental nature of AI models. These aren't databases of facts, they are engines of reasoning. When you treat a reasoning engine like a search engine, you are leaving 90% of its power on the table. Imagine hiring a world-class consultant, a PhD in your field, and only using them to fetch you coffee and correct your spelling. That is effectively what most people are doing with ChatGPT. They are automating the low-value tasks while their own high-value thinking stagnates. The danger here isn't just wasted potential, it's atrophy. If you outsource the thinking process, your ability to think critically begins to weaken. But there is a different way. Chapter 2. The Thinking Partner Protocol. Here is the single shift that changes everything. Stop asking AI for answers. Start asking AI to help you think. This is the Thinking Partner Protocol. Instead of viewing the AI as a tool to bypass the work, view it as a collaborator to deepen the work. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. The old way looks like this. AI, write an email to my boss explaining why the project is late. You get the text, you send it, and you learn nothing. Now look at the new way. I need to tell my boss about a project delay. Help me think through this situation. What are the different ways I could frame this? What risks am I ignoring? What questions should I anticipate from her? Do you see the difference? In the first scenario, you are a button pusher. In the second scenario, you are a strategist. You are using the AI to simulate outcomes, challenge your assumptions, and broaden your perspective. You still have to make the decision. You still have to write the final email. But you are doing so with a level of clarity and preparation that you couldn't have achieved alone in the same amount of time. This isn't about getting the job done faster. It's about getting the job done better than you could ever do on your own. Chapter 3. The 3 Levels of Intelligence. We can categorize AI usage into three distinct levels. Most people spend their entire lives at level 1. Level 1 is task completion. Summarize this text. Write this code function. Draft this memo. This saves time, which is valuable, but it has a linear return. You save 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there, but your skills remain exactly where they started. Level 2 is task enhancement. Critique this email and tell me how to make it more persuasive. Refactor this code to be more efficient. Now we are getting somewhere. You are asking for feedback, which means you might actually learn something. But the real magic happens at level 3. Level 3 is thinking partnership. This is where you engage in a dialogue to explore the unknown. I'm trying to solve this complex problem and I'm stuck. Here is my current mental model. What are the blind spots in my reasoning? At level 3, the AI becomes a mirror for your own intellect. It forces you to articulate your thoughts clearly. It challenges your logic. It introduces concepts you hadn't considered. The people operating at level 3 aren't just more productive, they are rapidly accelerating their expertise. They are compressing years of learning into months because they have a tireless tutor available 24/7. Chapter 4. The 15% Shift. You might be thinking this sounds like a lot of extra work. Who has time to have a philosophical debate with a chatbot when a deadline is looming? I get it. Efficiency matters. But here is the secret I call the 15% shift. You don't need to do this for every single task. If you need to summarize a document, just let the AI summarize the document. But for the critical 15% of your work, the high-stakes decisions, the complex strategies, the creative blocks, this habit is non-negotiable. Applying the Thinking Partner protocol to just your most important decisions yields disproportionate returns. It prevents costly mistakes. It uncovers opportunities others miss. And perhaps most importantly, it builds your confidence. When you have stress-tested your ideas against a thinking partner, you walk into meetings prepared for anything. You aren't just hoping you're right. You know you've examined the problem from multiple angles. That confidence is something you cannot automate. Chapter 5. Compounding Intelligence. Let's talk about the long game. The one-shot user gets a linear benefit. They use AI, they save an hour. They use AI again, they save another hour. Their capability graph is a flat line, just slightly higher than before. But the thinking partner user experiences compounding returns. Every time you use AI to deconstruct a problem, you learn a new mental model. Every time you ask it to challenge your perspective, your own critical thinking skills sharpen. Over 6 months, these micro-lessons stack on top of each other. You start to internalize the patterns. You become a better thinker even when you aren't using the AI. This is the concept of compounding intelligence. The gap between the level 1 user and the level 3 user widens every single day. In a year, they won't even be playing the same sport. One is an operator of tools. The other is an architect of solutions. In a world where AI can do the average work for free, the premium is on the architecture, not the operation. Chapter 6. Micro-actions for today. Theory is great, but let's make this actionable. You can start building the thinking partner habit today with 3 low-friction micro-actions. First, try the next decision test. Before you make your next work decision today, no matter how small, open your AI tool. Don't ask it to decide for you. Say this: I am about to decide X. Help me think through this. What factors am I not considering? Just see what happens. Second, try the email upgrade. The next time you have a tricky email to write, don't ask the AI to draft it immediately. Ask this: I need to communicate this difficult news to a client. What is the most empathetic and professional way to approach this conversation? What might they be worried about? Discuss the strategy first, then draft the email. Third, establish the end-of-day review. Before you close your laptop, paste your to-do list or a summary of your day into the AI. Ask, here's what I worked on today. Based on this, what should I be prioritizing differently tomorrow to have more impact? Treat it like a mentor checking your work. These actions take less than 2 minutes, but they signal to your brain that you are now in the driver's seat. using technology to navigate, not just to drive. Chapter 7. The Future of Your Mind. There is a lot of fear right now about AI replacing jobs. And that fear is valid for people who only operate at level 1. If your value comes from doing a task that a machine can do faster, you are in a precarious position. But the thinking partner habit is your insurance policy. AI cannot replace the person who curates, directs, and elevates the thinking process. It cannot replace the judgment that comes from deep understanding. By shifting from doing to thinking with, you move yourself up the value chain. You become the conductor of the orchestra, rather than the person trying to play every instrument at once. This isn't just about job security, it's about satisfaction. It is deeply satisfying to wrestle with ideas, to clarify your thoughts, and to solve hard problems. AI can help you do that more often and with less friction. It can clear away the mental clutter so you can focus on the work that actually lights you up. The technology is not going to think for you, but it can help you think better than you ever have before. The people getting ahead have already figured this out. Now you know it too. The tool is right there in front of you, waiting. The question isn't what will you ask it to do? The question is, what will you think through together first? If this framework resonated with you, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. We are building a library of frameworks just like this one to help you navigate the modern world. Don't just watch the change happen, be the one directing it. See you in the next one.